My best friend tried to kill me with her vehicle. I was on life support for 3 weeks. I'm still trying to understand why she did it. She ruined my life and she only got 5 years probation.
I took $100 from my dad's wallet. He found out and confronted me and my brother. I quickly put the money in my brother's drawer. My dad found it and kicked him out of the house. That was a year ago and we haven't heard much since. He won't answer my calls or texts. Oh, man.
My friend committed suicide last year, and I was the last person he tried calling. If I took the time and answered, he might still be here today.
My little brother knocked his bowl of ramen while watching TV. My father blamed it on me. And after I tried explaining myself, he started slapping me until my glasses fell on the floor and broke. My mother and my brother did nothing. Later, my mom said, if people ask how you broke your glasses, tell them it was because you fell on the ground. Wow.
I kept the fact that my dad was cheating on my mom with another woman. I should be a lot more mad at my dad, but for some reason, I'm so guilt-ridden and angry at myself for hurting the most important person in my life. I feel like whatever I do, I can't make it up to my mom. It's a lot more difficult of a decision, I think, than people may realize. Maybe she sees that and they divorce and it tears apart your whole family. Or maybe she doesn't believe it at all. And then you just become the bad guy. At first, I was not believed about my father getting involved with a lady. And speaking about it helped cause a lot of drama in my family. But you shouldn't feel guilty. And you always have to remember that you can't blame yourself for things that other people are doing.
I was outed as a lesbian by one of my closest friends to teachers at my Catholic school. I was kicked out of that school in the middle of my 8th grade year. So in college, I met this person. In secret, they told me that they were discovering they were transgender. And they asked me not to tell anybody. And I broke that promise. I got an email from this person saying that I violated their trust and that I should never speak to them again. And I really regret sharing that information because it was not my information to tell. This person was being vulnerable with me and I violated their trust, and I'm never gonna get that back.
My mom passed away a few years ago, and every day it feels like my memories of her get blurrier. I feel guilty and mad at myself for forgetting her.
My dad died from a stroke caused by complications from long-standing blood pressure problems. We were fighting a lot those days and were barely speaking when he passed. I fully believe that stress of our relationship is what caused the stroke and killed him. That's really hard to go through. I don't think you should be blaming yourself. Honestly, time would heal most things. Journaling has helped. Talking to, if you have your mother figure in your life, just being able to really get your thoughts out so that you're not choked up with all that guilt inside. Just let it come out of you.
As a child, I was taken advantage of sexually by multiple men in my family. At age 15, when a school counselor heard about a specific uncle touching me, she called the police, and my mother. What hurt the most was when my mother was angry at me instead. I became disowned in my own home for years. It's especially hard when you don't want to talk about it and you don't want anybody to find out because you have no idea what's going to happen. And then you finally get the courage to say something and it just ends up horrible. I'm sorry. I understand. And it does help to talk about it. Having people around you that support you and that you can trust is very important. Even talking to someone about things like a therapist, it helps. Even though it seems like it won't. At some point, it's going to get better.
I tried to kill myself the same night after me and my mother fought. I went to my school to ask for help. My mother was more mad at me for getting help than the fact that I tried to end my life. Sorry, Yesterday actually marked 10 years that my mom left me and my dad. And after she left is when I started battling with depression and anxiety and just like abandonment issues. And with that going on, I actually attempted suicide also because I felt like if my own mom didn't want to stay with me, then what is the purpose of being here? I feel for this person because they wanted to end their life after they fought with their mom. I hope their relationship with their mother is good now and that they got the help that they needed.
When I came out to my parents as gay, they told me to keep my mouth shut and not tell anyone because it could ruin the family name. They chose reputation over their own child's happiness. So, because of my background, I'm Nigerian, and then coming from a culture that doesn't just not celebrate it, but discourages it can be especially difficult. The best thing is to find your chosen family, to find people that will support you and love you unconditionally, because you have to navigate this crazy world with people on your side. It's unfortunate if it can't be your bloodline, but there are people you should know that will support you.
You just really got to pay attention to who you bring into your life, the type of people they're around as well. Someone who's your friend really is someone who looks out for you.